Howdy guys, Attorney Walter Hnot, and I am live. Let me get this slate fixed a little. Oh, there we go. I am live up in New Jersey, so the connection isn't always the best when I'm here, but I wanted to go through something that is incredibly important. Now, here's the new terrifying thing that is happening with the SSA that I'm noticing that I'm a little bit worried about, and I don't like seeing it happen. Please remember to like, subscribe, and leave 5-star reviews. I'm going to put a link later specifically to leave 5-star reviews for the farm that I've been working and restoring over the past couple of a year and a half to 2 years now. If you could give it 5 stars, it would really help me out. Now, here's the thing that's so terrifying. So we are getting claims where people who have already been found disabled for SSDI or SSI and are currently receiving benefits on one of the programs, but they're trying to basically get onto the other program. So let's say they're on SSDI benefits and they're too low, so they want to get onto SSI benefits to boost it up to $900. Or let's say they're on SSI benefits, but they didn't realize they could go on SSDI benefits and they had enough quarters of coverage, so they filed to go onto SSDI benefits, okay? Now, what the SSA is now doing at the local field office level is that instead of just attaching the other benefit, because they were already found disabled, what they're doing is they're making that entire claim, that new filing, right? Now I'm filing for SSI, now I'm filing for SSDI benefits, go through the entire DDS system again. And this is for people who have already been found severely disabled. And so the problem that's really scary for me is that originally with SSI, like there's two elements for SSI, two main elements. You are severely impaired and you're poor. SSDI, you are severely impaired and you have enough quarters of coverage that are recent enough, right? So this element, the severely impaired element, if you were already on one, like you were good to go, they would just put you on the other one. Well, now they're not doing that. Now, for some reason, the local field offices are saying, well, that was the old standard. The old standard where they were found disabled, even if they were found disabled for 20 years, even if they were found disabled for 5 years, that was the old standard. And now we're having them go and see if they can actually get onto the new standard of disability with the new filing. I don't know why they're doing this. I don't know what the deal is, why they wouldn't just accept that the person's been found disabled before and go by that and attach it. But they may be doing it because it may be a cost-saving measure for them to go ahead and basically show how they were disabled on the old system for SSI or SSDI benefits, but they're not disabled under the new standards. A lot of the law changes were in 2017, mostly Commissioner Saul. And as a result of that, people are not getting to utilize these other benefits when they're due them, which is why I always tell people, and I've seen the other attorneys go like, oh, well, I'm not even going to file a person for SSI if I don't, I'm not even going to file a person for SSDI unless I know. No, do not listen to that. File concurrently if you file for disability benefits every single time. Every single time. If you're going to file for disability benefits, you file for SSI and SSDI benefits. Let them come back and tell you in writing on that piece of paper from the SSA at the local field office why you are not eligible for that other program. Otherwise, you might not realize something, which happens a lot. Oh, I worked a little bit here and there. Well, let's figure out if you have enough quarters of coverage. Well, I don't know how much money I have. I got to figure it out. Well, it looks like it's under $2,000 based upon the research that they did with your bank account. You're good to go for SSI. Now, here's the problem that I have with this whole situation. What's interesting about it is that somebody can be disabled, right? Originally disabled on SSI. And then now we have this second tier of disability, right? Because now they're making people apply to try and get onto one of these other programs. So if somebody's on SSI trying to get on SSDI nowadays, they're making them, some of the field offices, go through the filing process again to try and get onto SSDI benefits, which creates two standards of disability, like two levels. You're either back in the day disabled or you're back in the day disabled and currently disabled. So the currently disabled is much more difficult to be found disabled on, which is not a good thing, which is a really bad way of doing it. In my opinion. So they're creating this two-tier system of disability benefits, which I do not like at all. So here's the problem with this. It shows two things, that the system you paid into to insure your bank account against extreme poverty is now being altered significantly enough that you may not be able to access the benefits that you need when you're disabled because they've made it significantly harder to get onto disability benefits. Number two, it also creates a system where the government could find new ways to kick people off of their benefits, or even just using the old ways and being more aggressive. And as a result, if the SSA can kick you off of your benefits, right, your disability benefits, and you are trying to reapply to get them, and you're not found disabled under the new rules, the new regulations, then all of a sudden you're not getting the fair shot at disability benefits. And that's in my opinion, it's a two-tier system, and it's a very, very scary thing, and I don't like it at all. Because remember, at the end of the day, you paid for SSDI benefits, and those who get SSI, they didn't pay for those benefits. This also means you are a disabled person who receives benefits, while essentially you're disabled. Like there's that huge, you have to be disabled to get these benefits. But also remember, as a disabled person, you can't work. So what the big problem I have is, all right, let me give you a hypothetical as to the big problem with this. Howdy guys, howdy everybody. Let me give you a big problem with this. Yeah, exactly, Tracy, exactly. Let's send $1 trillion to Europe. Yeah, let's take out more debt as a country. Yeah, all that stuff. So let me give you kind of a quick walkthrough about how this works. And I'm sorry, keep in mind I'm on vacation in New Jersey, but I just wanted to get this out there. Howdy, Christy. Howdy. Here's my problem with this. Let's say somebody is on SSDI benefits. No, even better. Let's say that somebody's on SSI benefits, right? And they find out 3 years later that they can go on to SSDI benefits because their date last insured is far enough into the future where they can go ahead and apply and get onto it. So they go ahead and try to apply, let's say 3 years, 4 years, whatever, 5 years, and they make them go through the whole gambit again, the whole reapplication process. When that happens, the problem is that somebody who was already found disabled for SSI benefits is now having to meet a new standard of disability, which is just essentially, in my opinion, not. I feel like it's unethical. I feel like it's immoral. I don't feel like it's fair. I feel like if they got on one of the programs, the element of them being severely impaired and having that be met should already be met. That's what I feel. That's what I feel it should be. So essentially what happens is this person gets denied, and then their course of coverage will run out, right? And their day last insured will run, and then they'll be barred from getting SSDI benefits going forward. And so the problem I have with that is that that person will then be stuck on SSI until they basically reach retirement, and if they even have retirement available. Otherwise, they're stuck on SSI for the rest of their life. So I see all these problems with this, and I don't know what's going on, why they're doing it, how they're doing it in the sense. Well, I know what they're doing and how they're doing it, but I don't know exactly why they're doing this or what the deal is. Maybe it's mistakes on behalf of the local field offices, but to me, I've now had 3 of these pop up. And let me explain to you why there's a big problem with this. When we attorneys look at claims, we don't usually take claims where the claimant is already on SSI or SSDI and wants to add one to it. We don't usually take additional claims then. We don't usually take that claim where they're adding a benefit to it, because if they're already getting SSI or they're already getting SSDI benefits and they're just low, that means that that amount of back pay that they get per month is already used, and we can't get a normal fee. That means we get a significantly reduced fee, which means the disability attorneys were just not going to take it. So the problem is that they're basically eroding the ability of, these, right off the bat, attorneys aren't going to represent these people. So people are going to essentially, and the SSA is going to get away with it because attorneys won't represent them because there's a fee problem. But people are going to slowly just keep getting, stuck with that particular one type of benefit, or what will happen is essentially, they'll get kicked off of benefits at some point, and the attorneys, will have to go through the whole process of, well, has there been enough back pay months for me to collect a fee that's actually worth it? Wow, thank you, Christy Hughes, and thank you. Oh, we got my buddies up here too, Shirley. Howdy. Thank you, Christy, and thank you, Shirley. I really, really appreciate it, guys. Thank you always for hanging in there with me. So my big thing is there's so many problems with them doing this action. The way it should work is if you're found disabled and currently on a disability federal program, which is SSI and SSDI benefits, because they both have the same element, you have to be severely impaired. So long as, and this is important, so long as you are disabled on one program, you should be able to meet the element of severe impairment on the other program as well. Now, look, if you're on SSI and you're poor and you're severely impaired, but you don't have enough quarters of coverage, right? Your DLI is already passed, your day last insured is already passed, cool. Then you're not eligible for SSDI benefits. But if your date last insured hasn't passed, in my opinion, you should be able to access your SSDI benefits. And just so you guys know, SSDI benefits are usually the amount of what your 66, 67-year-old retirement benefits would be. But I mean, they're like the right now version, not by the time you reach 66, 67, because obviously the COLA will significantly, cost of living adjustment will significantly increase what your retirement benefits would be at that point. So I just wanted to point this out. I don't like it. To me, it's terrifying. It's very, very upsetting that this is a new trend. I don't like it. It's just another like thing that, and I don't even know if Commissioner Kijikazi is aware of it too, because this is all field office stuff. I'm not seeing this at like the higher levels or the OHO level or any of that stuff. So, but anyways, guys, I hope you're doing well. I'm going to do a couple of videos because technically I am on vacation right now. I hope you're doing extremely well. I'm going to put the little link in here real quick. If you could leave 5-star reviews for that family farm that I've been working on, and you've seen me, you know, basically every couple of months I go to the family farm and just work nonstop. Every 9 to 5 I work law firm, and then 5 to basically I give up. I do the farm stuff, and the weekends the farm stuff. Bradley Marema, help me out with how to pronounce that. Thank you so much. Oh, look at that dog. That is a gorgeous dog. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Guys, I'm doing a dog video. I'm going to do the dog video next because we need to do something together as like a group. We got to do this. So anyways, here's the thing. That's the URL right there to go ahead and leave a 5-star review for the farm. I will catch you guys a little bit later. Stick around 5-10 minutes. I'm going to be doing the dog video. I actually need you guys to help me with that one. Like I need you to help direct me, give me instruction, maybe even contact some places. I need a system in place, and we're going to go into it. So anyways, I'll catch you a little bit later. I'll catch you then. All right. Bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye.